Hello, and welcome to the stream. My name is JD Grousmits, lead singer and streaming talent of Malignant Bear. We are live on this Thursday evening with some more Total War. I know we played some Total War just the other day. That was the remaster of Rome 1. Me and Constantine went at it in some multiplayer battles in that. And I was talking in that stream about how that game differed gameplay-wise from some of the newer games in the series, and that kind of got me thinking about them. And then I got thinking about them even more when the developers, Creative Assembly, dropped a trailer, first a CGI trailer, and then a gameplay trailer for Total War Warhammer 3, and I figured, wow, why not replay Total War Warhammer 2? So we're doing that today, right now. This game's great. Came out 4 years ago now, which seems crazy. I could have sworn it was just like last year, but apparently no, 4 years ago. And it's Total War, but within the Warhammer Fantasy universe. I've mentioned it before. I like Warhammer. I don't play the tabletop because I don't have the money for that. No one has the money for that. It's insane. Or the time or space to store all of my armies. That's just, I don't do that. I totally respect people who do. I think that's really neat, but just not in the cards for me. But I appreciate the Warhammer universe for the things that it does, or things that it did rather, because fantasy doesn't exist anymore, thanks Games Workshop. But yeah, that has allowed developers like Creative Assembly to do some creative things with the license because it doesn't matter anymore. And one of those creative things was a Total War game with pretty much every major faction from the game. And they did a really good job with it. The first game came out years before this one, and it was solid. It was focused on the old world, so basically totally not fantasy Europe. And then they released this one, and it included totally not fantasy New World, and totally not fantasy Africa. And then they went a step further and then added all the content from the first game too. So you can do just massive campaigns in this game. And that's what we're gonna do. So without any further ado, see the drop bear there because this game didn't like being tabbed out. Game capture didn't work with this game, or it worked, but it got lower FPS when I ran it not full screen. So, like I said, the first game in the series was just based around the old world and had a couple factions. And this game, when it first came out, just had the Eye of the Vortex campaign, which was just these playable races down here. And there's quite a lot of them. That's weird, I don't remember the Empire being playable off the bat. But then they took the unique step of adding this, Mortal Empires, as free content for this game, and that massively expanded the world map and the number of races you can play as. So if you're looking at this list and you're like, boy, JD, that's a lot of choices. Oh no. There's even more. Each race in this game has multiple lords that you can pick from. Each lord is a playable character in battle. So for example, if I pick the pretty boring, admittedly, High Elves and play as Tyrion, he is a unit in my army, quite strong. He's a hero unit. He's going to wreck things on the battlefield. He gets different effects, different starting units, different things that he has to do to win the game, and the same can be said for all of these. So his brother Teclis starts at a completely different spot in the world, has different starting units, different end goals. Same thing for all of these other ones, and that is the case for every single race in this game. So if I go here with the Slann, the lizard men, each one of them totally different. Same thing for the Dark Elves, the wonderful Skaven, the Vampire Counts, or the Vampire Coast rather. It's Vampire Counts too. And each of these factions is completely different. So the Vampire Coast, even though they're undead vampires, they don't have the same units that these undead, the Tomb Kings, have. And they don't have the same units as these undead, not him, as these undead, the Vampire Counts have. We hate Manfred. Everyone hates Manfred. So each of these races is completely unique in terms of literally everything that they do. So whereas with the historical titles, you have a lot of overlap, some kind of basic unit types, but some variation. This is completely wide open in terms of what you have, which is what makes this really cool. And because it's a fantasy setting, they really go for it. And the gloves are off, and this is just straight power fantasy. Like I said, all these legendary lords can solo sometimes entire armies, definitely stacks of units. So there's a lot of potential here. And they keep adding more to this. Obviously, I have all the DLC for this game. That should be abundantly clear here. There is still more coming out for this, and of course there's the third game coming out, which is going to add a bunch of new factions. And they said eventually all of this stuff from the first two games will be ported into that as well, which is pretty awesome. There's no other way around it. So we're gonna jump in and check this out. And obviously the title of the stream is Settra Does Not Serve, which was Settra's infamous last words when he died in the end times. So we're gonna honor him by slapping some bone boys around. And we'll talk about the Tomb Kings as we jump in. They are totally not fantasy undead ancient Egyptians, which is just as radical as it sounds. So you can see here's my race attributes and my effects for being Settra. So we're going to focus on the Tomb Kings here because I'm going to play them, but just for comparison's sake. So here's Settra. He starts with skeleton chariots, some tomb guards, starts here in the land of the dead. He gets a nice bonus to public order and growth and construction time, because he's the great king, he's the great leader of Khemri. Or we can pick Katep, who hates the Dark Elves, but starts over near them. So he's fighting right off the bat. Gets some different units, different faction effects. We can go, one of my personal favorites, Khalida. All the Tomb Kings like her, because she stays out of their business. She's focused on killing vampires, and her army is really good about it. Or we have Ark in the Black, who's one of the few Tomb Kings who survived into Age of Sigmar. And he's buddy-buddy with the vampires. Serves them. So, and because of that, he gets vampire units, which is kind of neat. But, like I said, we want to do Settra. So we're going to start with a normal campaign, normal battle, and the Chaos Invasion. And we'll talk about that as we go in as well. So, no further ado. This is a long loading screen, though. Usually pretty long. I loaded into a campaign first to try to alleviate this, but we'll see. Even on a solid-state drive, some of the loading screens in this game are a little extreme. So basically, lore-wise, the Tomb Kings were Egypt, and one of them, Settra, years and years ago, decided that he was so awesome at being king, he should be king forever. So he told a bunch of people that they should figure that out. And they didn't. And he died. But he lived pretty long. But they kept at it. And eventually they figured it out and invented necromancy. And then one of them became a really strong necromancer. So strong, in fact, that people had to stop him. And when they tried to, he killed everybody in the entire kingdom and then raised them as undead. And then he died too. That was Nagash. He's not in these games yet, but he's totally going to be in the third one. There's no way they don't do that. But anyways, yeah, Nagash's last dying breath was to kill and then resurrect literally everything in Khemri, including Settra. Settra came back and realized that, a bunch of other former kings have been resurrected, and that's no good. So, he set about smacking them around, established himself as king of everything, again, and rules over the now undead Tomb Kings. They're skeletons and magic tomb guardians, which are basically like living statues and stuff. They're not evil though. They don't hate the living like standard undead do. They're totally sentient. They know what they're doing. They maintain trade with other peoples. They're a really unique and interesting faction in that way, and they hate vampires and the other undead most of all. So here we have our goal as Settra. So we have to get the Books of Nagash, again the necromancer that caused all this in the first place. The Tomb Kings, because they're not alive, you can recruit people into your army without gold or upkeep. So you can kind of see where this is going. You can snowball out of control real fast here. Tomb Kings, instead of standard research, which you would have with some of the other factions where you learn about different things and it's a very set tree, you instead research different dynasties. And each dynasty has very different units and bonuses, and researching them takes a very long time, so you have to make some serious choices there. But let's look at what we're going with here. So we have an objective right off the bat. Obviously the UI and the game itself looks a little bit different than Rome Remastered. This is a different graphics engine. They're not trying to recreate the style of an older game. This was made all new for this, and they're going to touch this engine up and use it again for Total Warhammer 3 as well. So, right, we have an objective. So you have quests as you go. There's some RPG elements in this as opposed to some of the other games. They're going with that fantasy theme, so I have to capture 4 settlements. Give me gold when I do. Alright. So here's Settra. I'm going to recruit units right off the bat. Again, this costs me nothing except time. Let's see. Definitely want skeletal spearmen. In fact, I want a ton of those.
Recruitment facilities are at maximum capacity, my lord.
Get this guy out of here. So that's your advisor. It's a little annoying. So Settra's going to chill here, get some more units up. And what I want to do is, here's my main city, Khemri. I'm going to build some buildings right off the bat in here. Definitely want open graves so I can get more units. And I can collect gold and canopic jars. That'll let me do rites. This is a mechanic unique to the Tomb Kings. And again, I'm going to be saying this a lot. Everything that you're seeing, most everything, is unique to each faction. Every faction plays incredibly differently, so there is tons of replay value in this. So I can't do any rites right now. Can't do anything with the mortuary cult. I don't have enough canopic jars. But I could start doing some research. So you can see here I have all these different dynasties that I can do, and they only branch into each other. So I want to pick one that has a good legendary lord. Necrotex are pretty good. Yeah, Second Dynasty is the way to go. So we're going to research that. We're building up stuff.
Only slaves worry about eat.
We're going to end our first turn, and you can see up at the top all of these other factions that are getting to go. There's a lot of them, because we're on the massive world map. Ooh, greenskins right off the bat here. Okay.
Long have your kind existed in tormented undeath, mighty lord.
Yeah. Here's the world map. So you can see all the stuff that's not kind of the darker clouds. These are all the different territories we can go to. We start here in the southern lands. The Empire is up here. Bretonia is over there. Wood Elves are there. Dwarves are there with the greenskins. Lizard people are down here. Dark Elves are over here. High Elves there. And Chaos is going to spawn up here. That's one of the unique mechanics of this, is the Chaos Invasion. Because this game takes place in the end times. After a certain number of turns, I believe it's 50, Chaos will spawn with a giant army, and they will start marching south, and they will capture and destroy everything on the map unless they are stopped. Chaos is hostile with every other faction in the game, and your objective is basically to either complete your objective before Chaos wipes you out, or defeat Chaos, which only slows them down. They'll respawn again after a while and start it all over again. You can, of course, turn that off. That was an option that we had, but we'll see if we can get to them tonight. Alright, so we've recruited some units. Here we have some greenskins up here. They don't have a whole lot going on. We're going to move up here, though, and get ready to fight with him. So I'm just doing basic movements. All of your units have different stances that you can do, and that determines what types of movements you can achieve on the world map. Let's see, definitely want... I might as well recruit more spearmen. They're pretty useful. Here we're going to look at our character. This also looks a little bit different than Rome. Again, this is an RPG in some of its mechanics. So your hero units have gear that they can equip, stats and traits, followers that will follow them, full stats here, and a skill tree. And you level this up by doing things on the campaign map or getting kills in combat. And we're going to see how many kills Settra can get as we get into a fight with these greenskins. So that's still going. So we're going to end the turn. First couple turns of this game are always a little slow. And you can see world events happening. Bretonia is fighting some greenskins.
Battle is upon us.
And we're about to fight some greenskins too.
Carefully. The enemy are close.
Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so we can see what kind of army he has. Orcs. Just orcs, there's no goblins. That's weak. It's really weak. So of course we're going to fight this manually. So you can see the battle screen looks a little bit different. I will say I am playing this game ever so slightly modded. I run 3 mods on this game. One is more camera controls and battle maps. No real gameplay advantage there, just lets you see things a little bit better. One reduces or removes the startup videos, and the other one is improved auto-resolve for combat. So if you do auto-resolve, the game is weighted very awkwardly towards some units, and the mod basically removes that and just makes it a straight kind of numbers advantage, if I remember correctly. So this is something. Ignore him. So the Winds of Magic. It's a fantasy game. So your characters, some of them have magic spells, and the Winds of Magic determines how strong those spells are and how much mana you have. So you want to get a good amount of magic wind, so you can gamble and see if you get better. Okay. I'll go with that. Alright, so now we have the chance to deploy. So we are going to see here what we're working with here. Here's one of my special units I start with. The War Sphinx. So this is a statue that's come to life. Got skeletons on it. Here's a bunch of other skeletons. See, they're all ready to fight. Ready to go. Here's the Big Daddy skeleton. There's Settra himself. We have our chariot archers. So similar to some of the factions we played the other night, but not quite the same. So Settra is very good on his own. But out of an abundance of caution, you always want to put your legendary lord with another unit. In this case, I'm going to put him with my Tomb Guard, just to make totally sure that he's safe. We don't need too crazy a tactics here. These orcs are weak. We're going to roll through them, probably. Nope, I want to split. No, I want that. I want that like that. Game, please. Okay, so I'm gonna set this up basically so that my spear guys are flanking these guys. If I can do this correctly. No, it didn't do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want your spearmen on the outside because they're stronger against cavalry, and the orcs do have some light cavalry. Alright, that's perfect. Lock that formation. Alright, that's good to go. And I don't need to start with the high ground because they probably won't actually use it. At least not completely. These guys, my chariots, I'm going to put up here. Why does it not want to put him... Something's wrong. It's like it keeps putting him further and further away. Whatever. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start the battle. Here we go. We can see just the greenskins charging at us.
Be sure to position.
Oh my god. Oh wait, I need to figure out if I can turn that guy off. Because that's super annoying. But minimal. Yeah. Alright, so you can see Greenskin's charging in. He's got his savage orc boar boys on the outside edges. He does have some archers, which could be problematic. We're going to let him come to us, though. Obviously, not a lot of concealment in the desert. That is a thing in this game. But we don't need to worry about it yet. So we want our spearmen to rush out and meet his cavalry.
Settra destroys.
And then those are going to go there. Go there. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. This War Sphinx, it's going to go right in.
The enemy attack your flank, Commander. Drive them off.
Oh, my spearmen screwed up and they didn't get to these orc boys in time.
Settra the
Okay. Alright, so there's just a lot of chaos happening here. You can see some of my spearmen got in range in time. We want to focus on this guy, though. This is a very high-tier unit.
Waver, my lord.
Yes, I get it. Minimal should mean I don't want to hear from him at all. Alright, so one of the mechanics that the Tomb Kings have is as you get more kills and deaths in battle, once you get to the max rank, you get the ability to summon more units mid-fight. Hopefully we'll get to see that here. And I didn't want to do that. You can do unit-specific camera here. So I can zoom in just on Settra and what he's doing. So he's 1v1ing their leader. When you zoom in on artillery, you get the ability to follow projectiles as they go and even control them. The War Sphinx is still just absolutely tearing it up. What are you guys doing? You're apparently not doing anything.
Your
Okay.
warriors tire, mighty
I
lord.
know. So the only problem here is he has archers.
The enemy commander runs from the field.
Yes. Alright, so we're getting close to being able to use our big ability. And what do we want to do here? Let's do that. So here's one of my spells that I have. It gives my units more armor and stuff like that. And there we go. Finally. So I got enough kills now. Summon up these other units. Come on, any day now. And this is more skeletal construct thingies. Summon them anywhere on the map, and they're gonna go to work in a big way. Tomb King starter units are incredibly weak. They're just skeletons. They don't have very much armor, they don't do very much damage. Their endgame units are incredibly strong. But the consequence is it takes a long time to get to them. So, things like this War Sphinx, this is the only one we're going to have for a while. So I want to do as much damage as I can here to these units, because some of them are running away, which means even though I've won, they might still be on the campaign map, especially because their leader, it looks like he's going to get away. You guys were useless. You didn't do much of anything. But the audio is really low, huh? Let's see what we can do about that. Sound. Zoom. Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to catch anything else. So, Pyrrhic Victory. Again, I lost a lot of units because my starter units are pretty weak. But that's okay. They're also really quick to replenish because of that. And I didn't lose anything important. So I kept my Tomb Guards, I kept my Chariots, and I kept my War Sphinx. So again, Pyrrhic Victory, you have some options here. I can basically kill everybody and get gold, kill everybody and get their organs, or kill everybody and get their souls. That's a tough call. I need canopic jars, especially early on. Uh-oh. So this could be bad. I'm gonna run back to town, if only just because there's two of them now, and they could, even though this one's weak, could be problematic. But I have the ability to recruit more things now, which I want. So definitely want, need more skeletal warriors, and I definitely want archers. Yeah, we'll go for it. Just max out, might as well. I can't afford anything else. My city still has to grow, so that's something that you do have to keep in mind. You do need population and income to make your cities grow over time. So. Okay, we're going to end the turn because there's not a whole lot else to do here. We just have to kind of wait to replenish a little bit and see what our troublesome neighbors are up to. There's a lot of them. And they're bold enough to go for it. They're gonna... All three of them are gonna try to push in here. Alright, so they're raiding our territory, which means they're gathering gold every turn and decreasing my public order. Which is bad. But we're replenishing our army. After... Not this turn, but the one after that. We're gonna go after them. So my units are pretty much already filled up again. And yeah, we'll go ahead and end one more turn. Ooh, they're trying to besiege me here. That's interesting. It's a very bold move. Okay. So all three of these units are linked together. So if I fight this battle, it's going to be a huge battle. So we're going to fight this battle. In addition to my basic units here, the ones in my army, I also have the garrison of this town, because this is my capital and one of the largest cities in the game world. It's big. This is going to go poorly for them. I could honor resolve and win this. We're not going to do that. We're going to see what a siege looks like from inside. Oh, I guess it might not be a siege because I'm meeting them on the field. Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping we'd get to see the city walls and everything. Although they don't have any siege equipment, so it wouldn't matter. So you can see he's going to get his reinforcements of other units. But so am I, from down there. We're going to go ahead and start our deployment.
Settra the imperishable.
And same thing, we want Papa Settra there to be nice and safe. So we spread these out a little bit more. Kind of in there. It's group 2. It's going to go front and center again. Actually, no. You guys are group 3. You're just going to march behind them. Group 4. You're going to do your own thing over there. 5. So the downside of this is all I can control right now. As my reinforcements trickle in, they're going to show up down here, so I'm going to have to do some management mid-battle. Which is fine, but something to keep in mind. Alright, so he only has 1 unit of cavalry here. And here you can see my reinforcements are trickling in. There's a lot of them. Let's see, what does he have? Yeah, so that's all his reinforcements. What do we have here? You, and you. You guys are gonna go up here. Which group was this? 3. You guys need to get out of there. I don't want you charged by other cavalry. Defeats your purpose. And we go in there. We're gonna go in there. We go in there. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna go there. Alright. And then we have a whole mess of other guys here, including artillery. This is gonna get wacky. Basically, I just want these units. My garrison groups I'm just going to send up as a meat shield to stop this other stuff from coming in. Except for this artillery here. So first and foremost, I want to deal with their cavalry. It's not very strong, but it can be annoying. And will prevent me from being... it'll make me so I have to micromanage my chariots, basically. Which isn't a bad thing, but, Where's up to? Yeah, keep chasing that, that's fine. Let's see, what else do we have here? All you guys, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, one of my units is wavering already. It's not good. Keep fighting, keep fighting. So I've got him beat on archers, for sure. It's not even close. The reason I like Kalita so much, one of the other Tomb Kings, Tomb Queen in her case, is that all of her bonuses are about archers and War Sphinx and things like that. So her army is incredibly strong early game because she gets extra archers and they do way more damage. And then she has some issues mid-game, but then late game she just powers through because she can just crank out these types of units again, which is really cool. What are my war chariots doing? Alright, all of you guys, you're control group 6. And you're just gonna get up in there. Go for it. Where's my artillery at? As close to anything? Sort of. So artillery is a little tricky because there is friendly fire with it. But you can see, I get the ability to control it. It's hard to see what I'm aiming at though, so... Fire, come on. No? Does it not let me... Is this one not in range or something? Oh, it's not letting me do it. I don't know why. Okay, that's fine.
Settra the imperishable.
So we need to deal with that. What are my archers doing? Get back. archers are clumped up. They're a little closer to the front lines than I would like. Right. So I spawned my constructs right in the middle of his archers, effectively taking them out of the battle. Even if they somehow win this fight, if his archers somehow win this fight, there's just chaos in his back lines now. It doesn't matter. Damage the enemy lord, which is good. Artillery are in the fight in a big way. Why will it not? Come on. Why does it not let me? I wonder why. It's not doing it. Left clicking. That's a shame. That's such a cool feature. I wonder if it's bugged because of the camera mod. What are my archers doing? Guys, attack that. There's a lot of dead bodies on the field here. Frame rate is suffering. But again, you can see, here's my garrison commander. He's in some trouble. It doesn't matter though, because my archers are backing him up now. So your hero units are much stronger than basic units. So he was going toe-to-toe against a full stack there, and was totally fine. You can't do that forever, but, you know, they're running from just him. Let's see. What's going on here? Keep doing that. Where's my War Sphinx? Help. Help Settra out. What are you doing? Ooh, I need you to run away. Get out of there. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Alright, we need to end this battle, because I didn't want to lose my chariots there. You can see there's a lot of dead things. So I deployed 2,400 units, and killed, let's see, a lot. I lost a lot too, but again, it's weak fodder units, doesn't matter. That was the point of that. Get more jars. Let's get these no-name orcs. They're now running. So I gained some loot from that and a level. We'll see here. Let's see. Route Marcher is pretty much always the thing you want right off the bat. And I want to chase these guys down. I don't have the movement to go after them. And I need to replenish my army anyways. So we're gonna be smart, hold off, recruit some stuff, at least for this turn. And then we're gonna chase them down and we'll just auto-resolve those battles. They're weak enough that it won't matter. Whereas the undead replenish very quickly. So they're sneaky. They're still raiding over there. Yeah, I see it. Sometimes you get events like this where you get to choose different things to do. So I get to choose between an extra unit to add to my army. So I can get a prince, a priest, or a necrotect, or just money. I probably want priest. That's going to give me more magic. And so these are like the diplomats and assassins in Rome, except they can also go with your armies and become a unit on the field and confer passive bonuses to your troops. So I'm going to send him in there. I got another level just by existing, and I'm going to get Canopic Jar Hoarder, which means that I'll just be passively getting those, which is a good thing. So you can see how much I'm going to replenish every turn with these troops. It's a ton. We're going to be bold. So I can't attack either of them. That's fine. I want to move up just far enough that I'm still close to Khemri, but getting closer to them. And I'm going to recruit. If they attack me, it ends my recruitment. Or recruitment drive, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, they're going to go for it. Thinks he's got something here. So again, battle deployment, balance of power, that's... I'm just going to auto-resolve this. Oh, I lost my chariots. I was afraid that might happen. But on the plus side, I killed all 3 of their armies. So Settra got a whole bunch of kills there. Not as many... Or, no, he did beat out my War Sphinx. Okay. Get a whole bunch more jars. There's jars. That's no good.
Lord of the Glade.
Why are you down here? That's really no good. Okay. I'm gonna get back to town. This guy has a full stack of late game lizard people and wood elves, which is a little problematic. So this guy leveled up to... some magic. And... oh, we can get more chariots. I didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing here. I'm a little worried. He's a neutral unit. He doesn't have a city. But still, he's got upgraded units, and a lot of them. Settra leveled up again. And... Tyrant. So I'm going to give him a mount. So now Settra is going to be on a horse, both on the combat, or on the campaign map and in battle.
This is Athelloren, home of the Oak of Ages and the Azray.
Okay, so this is the diplomacy screen in this, and you can do this at any time. You don't have to be talking to some, or like send a diplomat to deal with them. I'm not at war with these people. I'm only at war with, oh, the Greenskins and Nagash. Okay, so we don't need to do anything with him. That's fine. I'm happy with that, because that's going to let me go up here and deal with these instead. Alright, he's trying to raise a new army. We don't want to let him do that, so we need to get up there quickly. So he's threatening, but not a threat, if that makes sense. So I definitely want to capture this city, because this is in the same province, and once I have that, then I get extra effects for the whole province. But at the same token, it might be worth it just to deal with these. Is that the main city? It's not. So it probably shouldn't have walls yet. See, he has a very tiny army there. He's trying to rebuild. He hired some new people. Only has that. One of the negatives to the Tomb Kings is you cannot recruit extra lords. Settra's all I have. You can only recruit lords with your research into dynasties. That's why I did that. at least off the bat. Later on, you can start to have more, but so Tomb Kings are a very interesting faction and have an incredibly hard start as a result. You cannot crank out armies like the Greenskins can. Alright, so you can see it's not a walled settlement, so there's no siege here. So we're going to... We could still besiege it, encircle them. That means they would have to meet us on the field or starve to death. We're just going to auto-resolve it. Just to save some time. So again, we lost some of our fodder units. Who cares? We've captured this. Get some options. You can take over the city. You can sack the city. Or you can raze it to the ground. Let's see. Don't capture the settlement. Yeah, we want to start capturing settlements. That's one of our goals here. Even if this one's not super useful right off the bat. And unlike Rome, it automatically converts buildings to your faction once you start capturing things. Oh, that's really not good.
Do you know who I am?
Crap. Okay. So Bretonia came here.
These lands are
The Crusaders.
by the right granted from the Lady of the Lake. What do you want?
I'm stronger than them. Strength-wise, it tells you that. But I still don't want to mess with them. At least not off the bat, but I need that city.
Armored in faith.
So that's not good. So there's some choices to make here. Including my next level up. Let's get more jars. So we want jars coming in every turn. And... yeah, level up that. And then he'll get more jars too, eventually. Fruit. Yeah, might as well. So we can have a full stack army. And even if it's low quality units, it'll help with auto-resolve, and it'll scare the AI away at times. They'll see that I have a full 20 stack, and they'll decide that they don't want any part of that. Undead pirates. A rumor has reached us from far across the sea that a vampire has located a chamber of untold power deep within Lustria. He failed to harvest its power for his own unliving ends. The chamber collapsed, releasing the magic. So, everybody in battle gets extra winds of magic. And there's a new rite that I can do. So we'll check that out. So I can awaken one of my legendary units. Every faction has stronger units than their legendary units that you can awaken or buy or research or various things. For the Tomb Kings, that's awakening them. So I can get birds. They're pretty strong. I need to save up for this to get more armies. That's what you want. So we're going to ignore that that's a thing. Oh. Let's see, how much gold do I have? I have a lot. A Casket of Souls would be really nice. This is an artillery unit. +2 rank for all units. Oh my goodness. Yes. Alright, so I've performed a rite, which means... let's see... I thought I got that unit, man. Where is it? Whatever. We can upgrade Camry finally. Savage Orcs. It's sacred to the Savage Orcs. Sucks for them, because it's mine now.
Does not serve.
Alright, so public order is an issue here because I recently captured it. So I want to keep my units here for at least a little bit longer to build up some goodwill. If you keep an army stationed in a city, it builds more public order. Your army gets some negative effects, though. So you don't want to do it for too long. Alright, so here's another event, and these things just randomly pop up. So, the Lich Priests want some help. So I can give them a whole bunch of stuff and get some benefits, but I lose a lot of my canopic jars. Or just give them a few things, and I get some slight benefits. I need those jars, if that wasn't abundantly clear. Alright, so that's the main city here. Where's that one? It's all the way up there. Wow, okay. I don't know. I'm almost of the mind that the greenskins can have this one back if they want it. So you can see public order is going to go down now that he's not there. That's fine. I need to go after that. We're going to ignore the crusading Bretonnians to our west for now. They don't hate us. They're just kind of there. At least I don't think they do.
Lands are ours by the right granted from the Lady of the Lake. What do you want?
Yeah. So you can see why their diplomacy is the way it is. They like that I'm at war with the greenskins, because they are too. They don't have any negatives against me, even though I'm undead. Some factions will react very negatively based on just what your faction is. So it's always something you have to keep in mind. Do I want to do here? Punishment. More jars. You have different movement speed based on the terrain you're walking in and your unit's type. So for example, some units can fly. Some legendary lords get the ability to fly later in the game, and basically removes any negatives from the campaign map. Alright. We made a great discovery during the course of our excavations. Remains of an army that once served Al-Qadziar the Conqueror, the last and greatest of the priest kings. So let's see. I can use the remains and get more jars, or get plus 10 leadership and replenishment for all my units for 10 turns. That's pretty good. Because we're about to be fighting. So we want that. So Khemri is upgraded. We have chariot archers. We want those for sure. As you upgrade, you can get more things. Ooh, that would be really good. Okay. So you get unlock different buildings as you upgrade more and more. You can see what you can work towards. There's limited slots though, so you have to think about what you're going to be building. You can't just go willy-nilly. Considering I only have one city though, I pretty much have to just go for some things. And you can change your mind later. You can delete buildings and build new things instead. That would be good too. Let's go for that. What's going on over here? Nothing. Boring. Take a little water break while all this is happening. Alright, so my research finished. I can get another army, but I now research everything slower. Still working on that. That wasn't what I wanted. It's not that. Dynasties. So I wanted jars for this, because I need a bunch of jars to research these things. Some of these things are just passives that just take time. Other ones are instant, but they take jars. So I don't want to recruit another army. I want to save up until I can do this, because I get this guy as my hero, and these characters are better than the just random generic guys that you could recruit. So let's see. Horsemen would be good. I don't have bone giants yet. Ooh. The quickening. Get sued by Highlander. Another easy auto-resolve here. And again, I'm doing this partly because these are easy battles that don't really matter. And partly because the AI has a nasty habit in this game of running away, and then you gotta chase them down forever. So, we're gonna occupy this city. Cheap victory over greenskins. So my hero has gained a new trait. So I gain +5 leadership, which is one of my stats. It buffs all my units around me when I'm fighting greenskins, because I'm that good at fighting them. Unlocked a bunch of stuff, including some more levels. And see if there's anything else worth it. Nope, just jars. Again, that's faction-wide, so that's why we're doing that. What does he have here? Ooh, warriors. Not that. These guys, yes.
Settra does not serve.
Not bad. There used to be a way. Emerge, yeah.
Bow before your king.
Merge. Okay, perfect. Alright, so you can merge your units. And I did that to get more room, so I can recruit better units. As you capture more cities, you gain the ability to recruit more of certain types of units. So I can get more archers now if I want to. Or I can get these guys, which is even better. So these are basically just warriors, but stronger. Slightly less... they don't have shields, but they do way more damage and have more health to make up for it. So you definitely want those. We're good on archers for right now, though, I think. The other factions are just constantly fighting. Alright, during one of our digs, there's a disaster. Let's see, so we can, again, we get a choice, and sometimes it's like 2 negatives, and you just have to choose like the lesser of 2 evils, and this time, it's 2 positives. Jars. Because, see, we're still working on that. But now we'll have enough that as soon as that's done, we can get that guy and start building another army. What's this? Vampires. That'll have to be dealt with at some point.
Settra the imperishable.
Uh-oh. Alright. So you can see this little thing here. I'm in the swamps, so I'm suffering attrition, which means my units are going to just slowly decrease while I'm just hanging out here. All regions belonging to you will be hit by sandstorm, causing attrition of foreign armies. That's pretty good. We'll save that, though. Let's see what our cities are up to. Can't build anything in them, except Camry. And, yeah. Build that. So I realize I'm going about this in kind of a weird way. I should have solidified my home province first before marching out and doing this. But, screw the orcs. He stupidly marched into this fight. I don't know why. He has just a bunch of savage orcs and archers. That's weird. We're gonna auto-resolve just one more time. And so you can see if I pick this one, it's going to replenish my units a little bit better. And we're going to do that this time because we have enough jars for what I wanted. So we don't need them too much. And as a result, I'm going to go up here, get out of the swamps, so I'm not suffering attrition anymore. And I'm going to get ready to besiege this. And we'll see how that goes. So Chaos stirs. This is the warning that Chaos is going to be attacking sooner rather than later. Which is cool. Good to see that. Population surplus. I can upgrade that city. Oh, okay. The Crusaders are fighting each other, which is ideal. Let them duke it out, and then I'll come in and just stomp whoever the victor is. because they'll both be weakened by that. What's that?
Have the attention of the imperishable.
What do you want?
Do not squander
God, they hate me because I'm way more powerful than they are. So they want a non-aggression pact. So they're in a tough way. They realize that things are happening. You know, they're at war with other people, so they don't want to be potentially at war with me. All right, researched a new dynasty. We're gonna recruit that guy. All right, so this is. Okay, so we can auto-resolve this if we want to, or we can do an actual siege battle. And to make that work, we need to build some siege equipment. And might as well. Just continue the siege. So while they're besieged, they cannot recruit any more units. And over time, they will start losing the units they have. So you can see 8 turns until they run out of supplies, and then they start suffering attrition. 14 turns until they automatically die. So they can ride out and try to fight me on the field, or just basically wait to die. I'm just going to besiege them for a couple turns until I build up the siege equipment that I need to actually fight them. That guy's still down there. It's fine. It's not doing anything. Oh crap. So I've discovered the Skaven. Or at least one of the Skaven factions. They're rat people. Okay. So you can see I can now recruit this guy. I'm gonna put him here. And, oh, that was a Regiment of Renown. I didn't realize that. Okay. We're gonna get that. Want that. Okay, so now he's got some special units of his own. And we're gonna follow that up with a bunch of other stuff. So he's just gonna be recruiting units for a while here, which is fine. Yeah, okay. Settra's still doing what he does up there, which is fine. And we want that. So he's focused on horsemen, skeletal horsemen. So we're going to build up some more units there. Again, that guy worries me, but it's not. Okay, so you can see I have some siege equipment already built. If we get another turn, then we'll have 2 battering rams and multiple siege towers. So yeah, we'll keep this up. Continue the siege. And we can build more things. Okay. What do you want here? Garrison lookout. What city is that? That one. It's not super useful. Public order still sucks in this place. Let's get that so we can have more money coming in. So this guy's just going to be recruiting units for a while still. But again, it doesn't cost anything. Skeletons don't need money. Okay, stronger magic. So again, there's like just constant events going on and little things. 2 in here. 1 more turn. So we can see how that looks. What are my quests here? Construct 1 building. A grave port. I don't have any. Oh, I guess it assumes that I would have captured that by now. Joke's on you, I didn't. Okay. I'm more worried about that other thing. Hold up. Let's see. Move our cities. That's problematic. So, there's big world-shaping events that happen, and one of them is one of the elves claiming the Sword of Cain, who is one of their evil gods. And they become superpowered, and all the other elves will fight them. Thankfully, that's far away, so that'll resolve itself. Hopefully. Shouldn't impact me. But if it does... I need to do that. I do need...
Settra comes.
Should probably do that. Yeah. Alright. Now we can finally fight this battle.
Retreat!
Fight it! I could just auto-resolve and win, but sieges are pretty cool. So let's see how one goes. Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna beat 30 Winds of Magic. Okay. So, he starts, obviously, here, in his crappy greenskin city. Stupid orcs. And we start out here, because we're besieging it. We have our siege towers, and our battering rams. And we need to get our units inside these towers, so they can scale the walls. Siege equipment. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. You definitely drop that. So yeah, to fight him, I either have to hope that he's dumb enough to come out here and fight me, or I need to use my units to break into his territory there. And... no, not that. I'm trying to think what the best way to do this is. Right, Spearman, I want you to have the battering ram. And you're going to go right up the middle with it. And you guys have the other one. Alright. See, there's a lot to manage here. So your units have to control your siege weaponry. And then as far as this other stuff, you guys in that, you guys in that, you guys in that, you guys in that. And everything else is just gonna kinda... it's just gonna kinda happen. Guys, whatever. Oh, full group 2, it doesn't really matter. Okay. You way up front. Okay, that's fine.
Settra the imperishable.
It's fine. So you can see he's got units on the walls. They can, of course, attack me. I need to set up my siege batteries here. You guys go on that side. He seems weaker on that side. Let's go over there. You're gonna go right up the middle. So you can see he's firing at my units as they march up. Egyptian theme. This is metal as hell. Right. You've drawn enough fire, that's good. You're kind of useless until other things get in range, basically. So my archers, they can attack things that are on the walls.
Legions forward.
They're not very effective at it, but they can try. Oh, Apparently they are. You can see they're marching over. They realize what I'm about to do here. My battering rams are going pretty slow. This is about to get wacky. And my units pouring out of their siege tower. They're going to meet them. You guys are going to go open there. You guys in there. And you guys in that one. Battering rams are getting close. That landed. My cavalry and the War Sphinx are just kind of around at the moment. There's not a lot that they can do yet. Okay. So yeah, fighting on the walls. More units pouring out constantly. My archers still going at it with theirs. This is looking pretty grim for the greenskins. It's about to get even worse. My battering ram is now working on the gates, taking damage. 2 of them might have been overkill, but that's okay. That's right, I have magic. Let's do that. I don't know if I'm close enough to actually pull that off. Let's see. I might not be able to. Enemy gates are destroyed. Alright. See, he's already got some units that ran away. Because they got beat too badly. Drop that. You guys are in. See, his units are starting to flee. Settra. Just he's going for it, he doesn't care. The one downside now is I have a massive bottleneck. All of my units are trying to get in here. The ones on the walls are still holding steady. They're gonna keep fighting. They're gonna win, it doesn't really matter. Settra holding his own. Here comes the chariots and the War Sphinx. So you can win either by killing all of the enemies or by capturing the control point here in the city. That's how you end sieges. Let's deal with that. The War Sphinx just absolutely ripping this guy a new one. Settra's somewhere in here. I don't even know. Got tired of winning. I don't know. So you can see I'm capturing this control point. Battle on the walls is still happening. My units are just pouring in now. It doesn't even matter if I lose some on the walls. Although it does if you guys are standing there watching your friends die. Get over there. So you can see these guys aren't doing so well. They're getting overwhelmed. But it's about to change. So here comes the reinforcements. Likewise over here. Still fighting that guy. That is my one complaint about this game, I think, is enemy heroes, the no-name ones, sometimes are a little too strong. Or just a little too tanky. It's not even strong. This guy doesn't do much damage, but he just refuses to die. Which means that sometimes battles take way longer than they should. The enemy lord is dead, my warriors are rallying. I've won. You can let the battle go. Just watch this chaos happen here. So you can see all of the greenskins are now routing. They're attempting to get off the walls. where the units that I have that push through are going to intercept them and kill them before they can leave the battle. So no chance of stragglers getting away here. Maybe there is. It's the War Sphinx doesn't seem to want to fight. There it goes. Good. So again, Rome is cool. The historical games are pretty cool. They're not this cool. This is something a little different. Again, nothing against the historical Total Wars. It's this hits a little differently, I think. Alright. Decisive victory. That's a good sign. Deployed one, lost one, so that was him. How did he kill 2 units? Who did he even fight? Whatever. Still won. A win's a win. Hey, hold up now. I see you in there. What? Are you gonna try to tell me that Rome is more awesome than this? When Rome adds skeletons riding a giant reanimated sphinx, that'll be game of the year. But
This is Settra's.
yeah, no, they're different types of cool for sure.
Settra the
Alright, so we've dealt with terrible greenskins. The top knots have been obliterated. Thank goodness. Good riddance. We get to level up Settra. I don't have to get on him. Charge bonus. Could be useful. Nah, more magic's better. He needs more magic. This guy, you're gonna get me more. Oh, I already have you maxed out on jars. That's good. I'm gonna get a horse. Because you can.
bow before your king.
What did I lose in that battle? Yeah, they've said that they are going to add some depth to siege battles. They hinted that a lot of the tech that they showed off today in the gameplay trailer for the survival mode is things that siege battles will have. So maybe like some more control over, what defensive emplacements you have, different places, the ability to replenish units mid-fight, kind of things like that. And it sounds like it's going to be things that you can kind of turn on or off depending on how you want to. They were a little cryptic about it. I know they said like the survival battles are pretty rare, like that's not going to be a commonplace thing, but the tech in them might be a bit more common. So I'm curious how that's going to work. What do I need to recruit here? What did I lose? Whatever. More of those. Okay, so things are going well up there.
Submit to your king.
We're still recruiting stuff. I don't know what to do. It's the... Get that. Yeah, some cities, I don't know if you've ever done sieges in this, where some of the cities, like specific named ones, like Kemri or, Altdorf and things like that, they do have multiple layered walls, because they're very specific cities lore-wise. But yeah, there's a lot of them that are just generic, like, one-and-done walls, and they're kind of boring. So... I feel like for Warband it was based on the size of the city, but I could be wrong. It's been a while. But yeah, I always did like that in Warband. Speaking of which, did they ever make it so siege battles in Bannerlord weren't the most jank thing ever? Because the potential was there, but boy were they broken. Oh crap. Clan Wars, which ones? Where are they at? They're not the one that's close to me, are they? I don't want to deal with them at all. They might be the one that's over here, so Kalita's probably fighting them. That's fine. Okay. What's this? Scabby Eye. Yeah, I played Bannerlord a lot, like the week it came out, and was like, this is cool, but it's clearly nowhere near done. And then I haven't played it since, which is a shame. I'll get back on it at some point. Let's see, Lich Priests, what do I want? Shadow. Two Canopic Jars. Yes. Nope. Replenish. Oh, I guess he can't move yet. Okay. I don't know what else to recruit. Whatever. I'll have to do. And carrion units aren't very good. Yeah, there was a lot of RNG in the campaign. There is in this too. Thankfully, I will give Creative Assembly major props because they allow easy mods with all of their games. Like, it just works with the Steam Workshop. So I was saying earlier on, I have a mod that like fixes auto-resolve being just broken in this game, so that it's not, skewed overwhelmingly towards the AI. So you don't have to fight every dumb little battle against, like, one green skin and his single stack of orcs because he ran away. Like, you can just auto-resolve and it'll crush him like it should. So, and I know Bannerlord will have lots of mods and add-ons and stuff down the road. But just right off the bat, there's not a whole lot. Oh, because I don't have enough jars. I was going to say, why can't I get that? Sphinx would be good. Tomb Guards would be really good. So do that for now. Let's think about what else we want.
Submit to your king.
What's going on up here? Nothing. Nothing. Settra has he has an interesting start here. He's surrounded pretty good. The greenskins were the immediate threat. They went straight after me, which is annoying because then the Bretonnians came in and captured what should be mine. Crusader Kingdom's just terrible. I need to come and deal with this at some point. Thankfully, they're fighting amongst each other. So once this army is full stack, I'm sending it over and just going to deal with that. Alright, finally. It's one more turn and he's ready to go. What about over here? Don't need that at all. I definitely want walls for that city, though. That would probably be good, too. So, yeah, you're pretty much recovered. I mean, it makes sense, Settra's got some good one-liners, as he should. Oh, good. Some of the vampires are gone. The Golden Order. I don't even know where they are. Whatever. Am I close enough to fight? Yeah. Wait, you're based all the way up there? You're at war with everybody.
Settra hates.
Settra hates. That's it.
Defeat is impossible.
Oh, there's no walls here. Okay. I'm just gonna auto-resolve this just to deal with it. Enemy killed in battle. Province secured. Perfect. And what can you do now? Resurrects dead combatants. I don't think I needed to read anything else there. What about you? What do you got? Missile resistance, boring. It's breakable. All these spells are kind of boring. That could be good though.
Settra the imperishable.
Tiny occupied elven colony. What? That's weird. Okay. If I tear it down, can I get... No, don't do that, don't do that. Okay, I guess it's just an elven colony. I was gonna say, I should be able to build Tomb King stuff, but I guess not. Every other place was cool with it. I'm running low on gold. Commandment. I want public order. So you guys are mad because I killed the greenskins. Just a dumb thing to be mad about.
Your advice.
They suck. Is that swamp? Sure is. Okay. Let's go the long way around.
Hekara rises from the sands.
What's going on down there?
Attend your king, slaves.
Some king. Who is this and why is it showing me him? I don't care what the border princes are doing.
You come before greatness. It is normal to feel overwhelmed.
Military access, sure. You realize I'm coming up there to deal with you, right? Strength rank 81. Me sitting here at 4. Yes, give me military access so I can march my army right to your doorstep.
Your prestige grows, my lord.
It sure does. Alright. Well, we got a lot of stuff there, alright. Capture 8 cities. There's one right there. Get to that. Get that squared away. And what else can we do? Definitely want that. It's so weird. It's Elven City here. Is there greenskin banners? What's that about? I thought this was the... These are all sacred sites to the orcs. Well, that could be bad. Still saving up for that. Want those at some point. Nah, that's not worth it. Oh, I don't know what to get here. I have a lot of jars. Let's start researching that. There's so much like decision making to happen with the Tomb Kings because how long everything takes and how weak they are early game. Oh, that's less than ideal. Men whose flesh still crowds their bones with hearts that continue to beat have been found wandering the land. What do we do? Let them wander? So we gain diplomatic relationships, but we lose public order. Or we can turn them into slaves and we gain growth, but then everybody hates us. Everybody hates us anyways, we're skeletons.
Gods, the king moves.
Valiant lord.
Attend your king, slaves.
I don't like him being camped right there. But I like this even less.
Thirst for war.
We'll have to deal with that at some point too. It's the assault mine. It's just the subreddit for this game. It's a subreddit for every game. That could be useful. So the orcs are still alive somehow. Coming down to extract vengeance, I think. But, I feel like this might be a problem for them more than me. So the dwarves really hate the greenskins. If you play the dwarves in this game, you start automatically at war with every single greenskin faction in the map. Even the ones you haven't seen yet.
For the wisdom of the lair.
So that means these guys,
My throne stands ready.
that doesn't show it for some reason.
Disappoint me.
Okay. But they're probably going up here to, fight. Because that's what they do. Which is cool. Settra needs to hang out here for 2 more turns until this is built, and then I have more garrison units there. And then he's free to wander a bit.
Risen.
So what's going on here? It's not an army right there.
Obey me.
These lands are ours by the right granted from the Lady of the Lake. What do you want?
Those are for sure not your lands. Public order doing? Not good. Good. Kind of in a holding pattern here. I just have to wait and see. Why is Balthasar Gelt all the way down here? What? So you have to kind of wait for retribution from these greenskins that are here. There's a lot of them, and they're close by. This guy's still just wandering, doing whatever he does. Again, if these guys attack the greenskins, then I'm fine. Someone else got the Sword of Cain.
Nehekara rises from the sands.
One more turn for that to be built, and then I'll feel safe kind of leaving this. Now I need to save money. I don't need to do that yet. Yeah, okay. So this is where the one more turn really kicks in. We're just kind of waiting for some things to happen. We have no reason to stretch ourselves too thin. Okay, this is perfect. This is what I was waiting for. I wanted to see what Gelt was going to do. So even though he lost that battle, he's still fighting the greenskins, so that's going to keep them tied up. The border princes are also going to be fighting the greenskins. Okay, yeah. And this guy probably will too. He's got a lot of crack troops there. Okay, so choose a monument. Yeah, let's do that. And more jars, always more jars. I can get there from the ocean, huh? Okay. So this city is now relatively safe. I built up a garrison there. In terms of the buildings that I have, public order's on the rise. My enemies to the north of it are fighting. So Settra's now free to be supreme other places. So we're going to send him down here, and we're going to... Once he gets there, we're going to get in a siege right here.
Submit to your king.
Because he has 2 armies close by. What are you doing? Don't need to be raiding. Channel magic.
Mortal fool.
You're good. You don't need to do anything else.
Tomb king of Nehekara.
Emery can finally build stuff. Save up gold still. It's this guy. I'm still worried about that. Can't believe Gelt lost to that. Or no, he won. Okay. I don't... What's the point of that? Mission failed. Oh, I couldn't do that anyways. It wanted me to capture a city from a faction that didn't exist anymore. Sucks, but sometimes you get that, because the missions are a little random. Sometimes you can get ones that are like completely impossible, either in general or just for you at the moment. It'll be like, capture a city on the complete opposite end of the world in 4 turns. It's like, I can't even get there that fast. Let's upgrade Khemri.
My dynasty
Skip that. Alright, so yeah, Clan Moors is the ones over there to the east. So they're fighting with the last defenders, which is good. They'll wear each other out. And then Kalita will probably mop up the remains. And then I'll confederate with her at some point. So you get massive diplomacy bonuses with your own faction, usually. And the Tomb Kings especially. 3 of their legendary lords get along pretty well. And Kalita especially gets along with everybody. So... gonna let her get nice and strong over there, while I get strong over here, and then we'll be really good allies later on.
your king, slaves.
Am I close enough to make this work?
Settra moves.
Yeah. Uh-oh, he's got allies. Other Crusader kingdoms. Who cares?
Fleets.
Ooh. He's got a huge garrison there. I did not see that coming. Even with my double stack army. Well, let's see, we need 1 battering ram. Continue the siege. That's gonna get nasty. Okay, what do we want to do here? Some vampire shenanigans going on over here. I'm gonna have to deal with at some point. Plus whatever's happening here. So I have enough population surplus of skeletons, I guess. to upgrade something over here. I feel like I want to upgrade this city, if only because it's the furthest away, and it'll get more garrison that way. The other ones would get me more things, but you have to be kind of strategic about what you're going to do and where. Alright, so we're going to see how this goes. I was literally just thinking that no major faction has died yet, and now one has, so some of the Beastmen got dealt with. The Beastmen are a cool faction in this game, because similar to Chaos, they do not have cities. They just have giant roving armies, and all of their upgrades come through that. They don't have to build buildings to do anything.
To your king.
Alright, let's keep going with that. I'm surprised he's not marching out to fight me, unless he's waiting for another army. Because he might win that if he does.
King of Nehekara. Stride to greatness.
Let's see. Let's do that instead. So you're going to sit there and you're going to hang out just in case another army does come up. So you can deal with that.
You have the attention of the imperishable. Do not squander it.
What could this be? They've declared war on me. Stupid greenskins. Crap. Hold up. Marry that Lich Priest. Alright, so this is problematic. So this guy's declared war on me. I don't have anything close to being able to do anything about it. And these guys have a military alliance now with the other Crusader Knights. This could go south on me very quickly here. So again, I might have screwed up by going this far north. I should have just captured this within the first 10 turns. And then been done with it. Instead, I might have a multi-front war here in a second. Ooh, that would be good. Is that worth it? Yes. Where was that? So I definitely have to wait a couple turns. Crap, what? Where did you come from?
Get out me head! If this is bad news, I'll poke out your eye.
Very unfriendly. Okay, so I can't... There's no way to negotiate peace with him. I could try.
Fooling no one.
Okay. Get out of there.
Yeah.
Let me talk to Balthazar, see if he's willing to step in here.
I will set aside my studies for a moment to hear your words.
How's it going, Balthazar?
I will.
You're already at war with them. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, that's good.
Deliver your message.
See, these guys, they just straight up hate me because I'm skeletons. They're happy that I'm at war with greenskins, but they're not happy that I'm skeletons. Which I get, but, you know. Especially given how anti-greenskin I am. I can't call anybody else in this game out for just straight hating. But, you know. Why you gotta be hating? I expect I'm about to lose some cities up here. So we're gonna ignore things up there and let that play out. Great Pyramid of Settra. Yeah. How's this going? Let's see. Okay, 3 turns until they start suffering attrition. That's good. Actually, yeah, we should quick save. Should have been saving the game anyways. That would have been smart. Keep fighting. Keep waiting to fight. The greenskins are just united in being a pain. Not that they don't fight each other all the time anyways, but... Ah, crap. Okay, so there's more beastmen, so it didn't even matter that some of them died. Now there's more of them. Because of course there are. Some factions, when they die, they can come back. Which sucks. It's mostly just the evil factions, too. Who are you? You're Canopic Jars, that's who you are. Alright, so we're still...
I must keep my holy vow. No!
This is still happening, so we're just gonna let that go. I already looked at that. General rating, where's that? This province is so big, I can't even see where the raiding is happening. Whatever. That'll resolve itself at some point. The dwarves will inevitably come down because they're tired of the greenskins. Smack them up. Actually, I saw... That's good. That's a good thing. See, Skullcrag is these guys, and they just got in a war with Khalida. So that means she's pushing west already. Just, again, ideal. More ideal is the fact that I can recruit more units. I don't want to do that because I'm in the middle of besieging something, but as soon as this ends... And now I have these. So there's things that I can summon during battle, now I can just recruit some of them. What's that? Discoverability of undercities. There better not be Skaven around. Again, I don't want to pump money into these. Maybe this city. Yeah, I don't want to waste money up there because I'm going to lose those cities for sure. The ability to only have 2 armies at this point means that I just effectively have to cut off areas that I can't patrol. So yeah, that's happening. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay, one of our tombs has started to sink. Let's see. Now we need growth. That's important. How's this going? Okay, so he's going to start suffering attrition. And in 6 turns, he automatically dies. So again, the balance of power is shifting exponentially towards me, and it's going to be even greater as his units start just dying. So we're going to keep this up. Because yeah, that's going to be a tough siege to fight, and I don't want to screw it up. Knuckle crack, that was loud. Okay, yeah, that's still happening. Oh, geez, this keeps getting worse. um, you guys can have that back. I don't care. I might see... Yeah, I might reinforce this, though. Keep putting money into this. If only so that they can't take it back. I don't want them to take this back. Because then I don't want them to have that whole province and then get those bonuses. Alright, so how's this going? Boy, he's suffering a lot of attrition here. We'll give this another turn. And then we'll just roll in and that'll end it. He ran away. He just straight up ran away. Okay. I didn't think he could get out. That's crazy. Well, I'm just going to auto-resolve it then. That would be an incredibly boring fight with only one army there. Alright, that's good. Got some loot, got a whole province here. And we want... public order would be good.
Mighty victory on death. Legions rise.
Okay, oh, he moved all the way up there. That's not good.
Victory, yes.
Alright, you can potentially get up there. And either deal with him or mop up the survivors of that. Still, this is less than ideal.
The day of awakening comes.
Alright, so these guys leveled up. Yeah, I definitely want that. Settra leveled up too. That seems useful.
He does not impress me.
You want that?
The realm of souls fills with my foes.
Okay. Now we're doing pretty good here. The Knights of Oregano. Man, that's unfortunate.
You have the attention of the imperishable.
I bet they're going to declare war on me.
Squander it.
They sure are. Alright. Step to me. Let's see it. Oh, they're trying to.
Not blight my soul.
Okay. What are you up to? Are you dumb enough to fight the Greenskins for me? I think you are. Guy's still down there. About this. Ooh, and get stalkers finally. Let's save our money because we don't know what's about to happen here. There's... Alright, so I have 2 armies from this guy, plus his allies. Who knows where they are. Plus that. Plus this guy somewhere. This might be bad. This might be real bad. I hate having such a wide open start like this, having enemies on all sides. I'm gonna lose this either way. He has regiments of renown too.
To battle for the Creator God.
I think the only reason he's fighting this is because he thinks the Crusaders are gonna come and fight him.
To war for Nehekara.
I'm just...
My little
This is an L anyway. I won? Are you kidding me? That shouldn't have happened. I completely obliterated his army. Did he just not have any siege engines or something? Wow, okay. I guess we'll do that. I don't know. Okay. Why? Where? Seriously.
I deem it.
So yeah, we need to deal with this guy. And this guy.
Do you take me for a child?
So he's going after Camry. Even if he attacks it, I can for sure reinforce it. That's not a problem. What do I want to do here, though? Let's get rid of one of these. Useless. Yes.
Settra the imperishable.
I'm going to get rid of skeleton warriors. They kind of suck. Exchange, I can get flying enemies. Yeah, they're just straight up better, aren't they? Yep. See you later. Alright, that's good. Already got walls because you're a fancy city. Just have to hope for the best. Yeah. There's no reason to try to build up anything else in those cities, because something bad's gonna happen up there. I might have won that siege somehow. I shouldn't have. Okay, so he's gone. He's gonna get in on this, though. That's what I was afraid of.
Rises from the sands.
Tower of Bone, yeah. Right. Okay, I have to wait one more turn for that to recruit. Otherwise, I would ride out and meet him, but cannot. Just keep saving gold and just kind of waiting for things to happen. Yeah, I don't want to reinforce these cities. It seems like kind of a waste. This one maybe, but the other ones probably not. How am I losing public order? Oh, because I'm being raided. Well, deal with it. Yeah, okay.
Is my
Yes.
throne ready?
Go to this city. And then
I am a lord of Bretonia. Never.
this guy can go so far. That's so annoying. That's, like I said, that's one of the issues with this game, is sometimes enemies will just run from you forever. And it seems like they're moving further than they should. Or they should be able to, rather. So he's just going to be a huge thorn in my side forever until I somehow pin him down and just kill him. On the plus side, though, about to be able to have another army, which is definitely a good thing. What can I do here? Yeah, this is where early game decisions are going to come back to bite me because I didn't fight the Crusaders early on like I should have. So now they're just kind of running roughshod over my area. He's got a lot of units, but they're pretty weak. I feel like if I take him out, this is probably going to be a loss, but there's a chance. If I kill him, if my cavalry deals with his archers, and if I can kill him, this is a win. So if I kill him, his units get demoralized, and then I've got a fighting chance. So we're gonna... He's got us beat numbers-wise. So we basically need to just kind of stack up here. So yeah, my goal is... run that way. Alright, so my cavalry is going to swing wide. And ideally, he positioned his archers in the dead center of his army, didn't he? Crap. Okay. Alright. My cavalry just basically needs to play keep away with the rest of his army. Force them out of position. I want them to chase me. There they go, yeah. Okay, so he didn't fall for that at all. Kept these spearmen out, which is fine. So yeah, my focus is just him. If I can kill him, there's a chance here. So yeah, I did peel some of his units away. Now we're going to get a cavalry charge here. Alright, so I did manage to get to his archers. They're going to lose quickly in a melee fight there. Alright, and that peeled some of his units back because they're going to come and try to save his archers, but it's too little too late. These ones are dead. There's no way. Okay. See, you guys just keep holding the line there. That looks even worse than it is. You guys gotta keep doing keep way here. There's potential here. Okay, so yeah, these units are peeled. That's fine. What's going on here? Attack that. Nope, go, 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 go. Cycle around, cycle around. Another charge, deal with the other archers. Just kind of hope that that's going well. Okay, that worked out. So his army is split. It's still massive. But I'm positioned pretty well here. I'm probably going to lose those cavalry, but that was bound to happen anyways. Okay, his army is still split. You guys need... Are they faster than me? They sure are. Okay. You guys get out of there. Okay. The archers are dead. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so yeah, these guys are still split off over here, which is good. I don't want to fight them because he's got a lot of spearmen. And even though they're weak, they're strong against cavalry. What I want to do is break his ranks here. If I can. It's going to be rough. Right. What's going on here? You guys are screwed. So because this is a pretty weak garrison I don't have a lord or anything. Just my hero in this is my warriors. So they're not really anything special. You guys actually fighting him or no? I can't tell. So one of the cool things about the undead is obviously they don't get scared. They will fight to the last every single time. They don't run away like the weak Bretonians do. They're in it, so. Double melee mode. Hey, you guys are dead. You got encircled. There was no way around that. So we'll speed up a little bit. Archer's up too. Oh wait, hold up. Oh no. I didn't get my summons out. Not that it would have mattered too much, but I could have inflicted some more damage there. It's a little slow on the draw with that. Still, I killed a lot of units. So he captured a city that doesn't matter, because it's surrounded by greenskins. He didn't even actually capture it. He just sacked it. Which is a colossal waste of his time. And now he's super close. So we're gonna get some revenge here. So he wore himself out. He screwed up by sacking that city. He used all of his movement points and weakened his units even further. Wait for me. Actually, no, I don't want that on the group. You're 7. Wow, that's... Guy's smoking a little bit or something. That was... intense. Alright. So now I have a full stack army, as opposed to that piddly little garrison that I had before. And included in that stack is one of my regiments of renown. And these are special units. You can only have one of them of any type per army. And this one is a magical artillery. As you can see, his range is the entire battlefield. Right off the gate. This should be pretty easy. One of his archers survived that mess. Let's fix that. Ooh, camera's like totally broken here. This camera mod might be bugged. Fire at will, come on. See the projectiles coming down. The rest of my units don't even really have to do anything yet. once his archers are dealt with and the rest of his units are in range, that's when things start to get interesting. So obviously my archers set to fire at will when anything's in range. He has shields, not that it matters. So again, he's going to charge in my ranks because he's dumb. My cavalry don't even need to get involved in this. There's no reason for them to. And they can. It might be fun if they do. Significantly more of them than last time. His spearmen are a little bit busy. No advantage to them. So I can charge them from the back. Let's see. Where did Legendary Lord go? It's right in the middle there. Oh no. No, no, no. This isn't over. This is not over by a long shot. So I can end the battle now, but he's going to get away. We don't want that. I'm going to chase his units down to the man. So if these units get to the edge of the map, they count as escaped and they can potentially come back to fight me again. I want to prevent that from happening. So my battle line held. I lost hardly anything. Except for this is still happening. I don't... Bugged out a little bit, I think. We'll deal with that in a little bit more clever way then. Oop, I whiffed and I hit my own units. Sometimes that happens. Chase them down. We deal with that. With that, that's a pretty big stack of units still. How are you still fighting? Also, I like that the game sound just completely stops when you fast forward it. That's kind of weird. I never noticed that before. I guess I never thought about it. Just in general, the game sounds really quiet. I don't have them set that low. They're maxed other than sound effects. Okay, finally. Alright, yeah, sounds are back. I mean, I guess sound is probably based on distance, yeah. Yep. So when I zoom in on my Skelebros, you can see it's a little bit louder. Still just chasing guys down.
Get away!
Oof. Men-at-Arms are not having a good day of it, are they? Yeah, you can't run. You can try.
His blessing is lost.
Alright, I think this is over. Only lost 42 units that battle. And they were all from the swordsmen. My archers did some work. Decisive victory. We don't even need to replenish our units. It doesn't matter. I didn't lose enough to warrant doing that.
I alone shall restore Nehekara.
Okay, so that was a huge win.
Nothing.
More jars. Always more jars. You too. No, you're good actually. Okay. So we're in a good spot here. Actually gonna save. We'll save, whatever. Because I want to do something else. Just fought a big battle there. Things are securing on the campaign map, and I'll deal with this at some other point. You can also do quick battles in this. So you can do the quest battles, which are some of the preset ones in this game. Specific legendary lords have individual quests where they have to fight very specific fights. So you can see the ones we have here. And there's some cool ones here, definitely. Every legendary lord has a bunch of these. Which is all well and good. Instead, you can do this. This is the laboratory. And this is custom battles where you control everything about it. I don't know why this is sponsored by Intel. I assume that, yeah, any PC can attempt to use the laboratory. So they have a little disclaimer here. This is an experimental test thing. Unpredictable gameplay. This is going to grind my computer to a halt. So in addition to you being able to set any faction and lord you want for both yourself and the AI, you also have all of these modifiers in addition. So we're going to do... This would be a good battle here. Oh, wait, I saw it there for a second. That could work. So today, the big thing that they announced for Total War Warhammer 3 was some more stuff with Kislev versus Khorne. There's going to be two of the major factions in that game. So in honor of them, we'll fight on Prague. And what does this setting do? Doesn't say. Large armies. Yep. Yeah, we want that. Funds. Ultra. Custom. Infinite. And lab settings. So this is increase unit size, so greatly reduce performance. We're going to leave these weird things as they are. Just because I don't want to melt my computer. But let's see, what would be a fun fight here? All Franz, Ground Empire. And fight Chaos. Where are they? I guess I don't get to pick what units they have. That's fine. Okay. So I want Karl Franz to have Deathclaw, for sure. As far as abilities, I want him to have all of them. I want him to have all his legendary items as well. I definitely want him to have some heroes here. Oh, I didn't realize they put Gotrek and Felix in the game. That's great. These are two characters from Warhammer Fantasy lore that have a ton of books written about them. So let's see. I don't think I can do both of them, can I? No, I can. What, is it gonna let me go crazy with this? No. Okay. I was gonna say that would be awesome. Alright, Karl Franz with both Gotrex and Felix. That's fine. Obviously we want our regiments of renown. So this is a fantasy game, but it's not specifically medieval. There is gunpowder weaponry in these games. It's far enough along that you get that. And we want all these special boys. Toss them in here. Alright, how much more do we have? I need some more cavalry. Altdorf Griff Knights, that would be good. I definitely want more missile infantry too. Because I don't know what the game's going to throw at me here. I'm really curious to see how this is going to go. So we'll just double up everything. Alright, so got our full stack. We're the Empire.
We are doomed.
Oh, it went for it. Okay, so it gave him max upgraded units as well. So the big thing that Total Warhammer 3 is going to do is it's fleshing out Chaos as a faction. Instead of it just being generic Chaos, with some, you know, vaguely evil units. Each of the Chaos Lords is getting their own unique armies.
My subjects call.
Right here we have Karl Franz wielding the Warhammer itself on his Griffin Deathclaw. In the end times, Karl Franz dies and gets resurrected as Sigmar because he's that much of a Chad. That's actually what happens. The lore just gets completely stupid. It's great in the worst ways. I don't know if it's even worth it to try to set up control groups or anything for this absolute mess. Probably not. I might just do a vague sort of like, here's melee, here's ranged, there's cavalry, there's artillery. I think that's all I can do, really. Where's my cavalry at? Okay. Alright, let's see how this goes. A 40v40 battle. He's got magic off the gate, doesn't he? I have him way beat when it comes to ranged weaponry, though. So, magic be damned. I've got cannons. I've got a lot of cannons. Again, we're just gonna let them come to me. I have no reason to go out there and risk anything here. Okay. Archers are in range, artillery is firing. Get in there, Carl.
Ready for war! The Empire endures!
Okay, so we've got dragon ogres fighting our lines. And again, historical games are pretty cool. This, though... this is something else. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They got behind my lines. Who's running? Warriors are cowards. Just fight that. What are you doing? Carl, what are you doing? Get down there and fight. Okay, this might be a loss because I didn't even attempt to set groups or... I don't know much about what the Empire units are. I never played them. They're the most boring faction in the game, in my opinion. Which is saying something, because, you know, this is a pretty metal fight here. It's just coated in blood. Some of my artillery is still firing. Yeah. Like, this is happening right here, but they don't care. My cavalry just like completely evaporated. What are you up to? Get in there and fight that. Wait, what? Wow, okay, that's... Karl Franz died and things evaporated rather quickly. That's okay, it's okay. Concede defeat. We're gonna do one more. With a faction I know. Okay, yeah. Don't show that again. Clear that. Warriors of Chaos, no. What vampire counts? And doesn't really matter which ones. Abilities, all of our items. So we're gonna do Tomb Kings again, just for this battle. Can I upgrade these guys if I throw them in? I don't know how that works. Alright, that should be good. Plenty of missile infantry. Exclusive. Ooh, okay. What else do we get there? Shadow Riders, eh. Do I want Bone Giants and Hero Titans? I suppose I do. Just to show them off. Yeah, might as well. Do we want, alright, that should be fine. What map do we want? Not that one. It's boring. Orphan outskirts. That's weird, I can't pick siege battles. I wonder why. A forested battle. What would be cool here? I'm trying to think. Yeah, we'll do this one. That's fine. Okay. Can I upgrade any of these? Oh, I can. Okay. Okay, so most of my units are just fully upgraded already. The legendary ones. Alright, so now everything is. That was another mistake I made last time. I didn't upgrade anything.
I smell failure!
Alright, so I've got fully upgraded vampire counts. We'll see how this goes. So another 40v40. Tomb Kings versus their greatest enemy. Oh, they start up there. Oh, this might suck. What a cool map, though. Alright.
Serve me, Holy Baras.
What do we have here?
The
Yep.
serpent strikes.
You're in that group?
I am vengeance.
That's fine. Here we have our serpent riding knights. These are one of Kalita's specialties. They're gonna do some work for us. Now you guys are control group 2. Well, something's really bugged with that. It doesn't... Camera mod might be completely broken. Yeah, it's like not putting things at all where I actually want them to be. That's really strange. We have more Serpent Knights. A different, slightly different variety. Here we have, the scientific unit of measurement for this is an ass load. It's an ass load of archers. There's no other word for it. But just to be safe, here's more behind them. Alright, so here we have our Casket of Souls again. And what are these things? Oh, those are Necker Sphinxes. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. You guys will go up that side. Strong enough that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I cannot position them where I actually want them to go. Whatever. Let's see what we're dealing with here.
Onwards, legions. Move. March.
Hey,
Animals.
it's like a spot right over there where it just doesn't want me to do anything. Alright. They're staying put, which is an interesting strategy. The Vampire Counts as a faction don't have any ranged units. That is one of the few things that keeps them balanced. Because otherwise they function similar to the Undead and Here's Might Magic. And that you can get just a ton of really crappy basic units right off the bat all the time. Oh, they do have ranged units. That's a new one. So it only has one stack of them, though. So that's not a threat at all. On the plus side, or on the other side, rather, I have a ton. Army's jam-packed with archers, spellcasters, and these terrifying things. Little ghosts running around up there. Your hidden units are revealed. What did I have that was hidden? Army is pretty clearly displayed here. You guys need to get over there and deal with that. Those ghosts, I guess, whatever that is. His legendary lord is getting into the fight. He's got some big units. Some Vargulfs. They're not as big as mine. It does have Chillgeists and Blood Knights. That's a little worrying. This should still be an easy win for the boys in bone, but, well. Let's see. Get in there. Okay, here comes Khalida, get in the fight finally. The AI seems to completely break with this, which I kind of expected. I don't know how bad it was going to be, though. Oh boy. So much magic here. Can I do magic resist? I don't need that. I think I completely wiped out this unit of Chillgeists. Yeah. Killed those Vargulfs and those Blood Knights already. There's some problems over here, but we'll deal with that later. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I need to get my archers out of there. So you can pause at any time in battle. Let you think about things, because there's a lot going on here. I want you to buff Khalida. So my archers are moving back. Alright, I killed the Chillgeist completely. They're wiped out. The skeleton bodies, or ghost bodies everywhere. My War Sphinx didn't suffer any damage at all. They look like something out of StarCraft almost. Yeah, and this is about to go very poorly for them. Let's see, what do you have? It's an augment. Right, that's not good. That Vargulf got in and is attacking my archers. But the AI is just like completely broken here. Some of my units are just not doing anything. was a little worried about this. Oh my god.
Hi, we
Fully the damage she's fighting. Okay. It's fine. That thing's dead. As it should be. Will that Vargulf? Alright, so yeah, I knew that flank was going to collapse. That was why I wanted to pull back in the first place. What's going on? That flank's going down too. I... You guys firing? Okay, yeah. I don't know what's going on back there. It's a little concerning. These guys seem to be broken. Like, they're not actually taking damage, but... Okay, so my front line is completely collapsed at this point. This is still happening. So these Necrosphinxes completely decimated this entire army up here. I still haven't lost one either. These things are just beyond broken. I'm curious what their stat line is. Oh, okay. 100 armor. They don't even have any weaknesses. All of those listed were strengths. These are still... I don't know what's happening there. Single bone giant there is holding his own. I know there's two of them. Okay. Against some grave guards. Yeah, I guess this thing's finally broke free of whatever was bugging them. I don't... Yeah, some of the AI is just completely bugged out. It's not sure what to make of everything that's happening. Let's fire at that. You guys done cleaning up here? So again, the AI it's a little bit better overall, I think, than Rome is. Just because it's had a lot of advancements over the years. Part of the point of Rome being a remaster was keeping the balance, and some of that balance over the years is the bugs and the jank. So things have been refined since then. But, you know. Alright, so we crushed this. Left is his handgunners, which I didn't realize were a thing. That must have been one of the campaign units or something. Ooh, that looked painful. Yeah. Kind of curious what exactly I lost. It'll give me a stat screen at the end here. So I deployed 1,200, lost 500. That's not too bad. It was all of my front line. My sepulchral units. It's such a hard word to say. He deployed more than double the units I did and lost all of them. His main unit got 0 kills and died almost immediately, if I remember correctly. Well, that sure was something. Yeah, we'll do one more, why not? Be another fun one. High Elves could be interesting. I don't want generic lizard men, I want... Or no, I guess I do, yeah. I've never played lizard men, either, which is embarrassing. They're such a cool faction thematically. Of course, if we're going to play lizard men, we have to have the AI play their greatest enemy. Be a good fight for this. Some really cool maps in this game. You can see there's a ton of them. Way more options than Rome had. Again. Right, a temple map. That's us. Is Croxibals, Dreadsaurians. Campaign exclusive. Blessed Horned Ones. So lizard men are lizard people, which is cool. Skaven are brutal, though. They're rat people, and they have lots of high-tech stuff. I believe they're Constantine's main army when he plays this. I definitely want some ranged units. What else would be good here? All of these I want to upgrade. All the way. I don't know what else would be cool. I hardly ever play lizard men. Do I already have Croxigars? Yeah, I do. Let's see. I want to copy this. How do I do that? Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh well. I feel like that's kind of boring. Let's get some more just wacky things in here. Alright, we'll see how this goes.
We losing.
So this will be the last battle. Stream went longer than I intended it to. Just 'cause I like this game so much. Okay. What do we want to do here? Let's check out what we're working with here. Have some cavalry, as it sort of is. Cavalry in the form of lizards. This one's lizards riding lizards. There's different types of lizards. Okay. Let's see. Lizard Control Group 2, I don't know why. Control Group 1. Whatever it is you do. So there's more lizards. Yeah, that's okay. These are all my cavalry. What's this stuff? Not familiar with a lot of these. What's that? Monstrous units. Monstrous units. I had 3 of those. Do I or don't I? Yes. More of those, okay. This is just gonna be wacky. I don't know what half this stuff is. These things can all fly, yeah. Let's see. Those there. Flying units in the back. I want those up in the woods. Oh no, I wanted that like a death stack where just these ones up front and everything else kind of behind them. Alright, see what the Skaven have. So they got warpstone weapons, and lots of them. Warpfire throwers. Helped Abomination. And a bunch of just crappy infantry. Ooh, they have warp lightning cannons though. Okay, so I need to get in this fight immediately. I cannot wait for them to come to me. Maybe I can. Coming at me now. You need to get in here and fight these warp lightning throwers. You need to deal with those cannons. Plague monks. Some of these units you might recognize from Vermintide. Plague monks, the storm vermin, the warpfire throwers. Skaven are a very hard faction to play against. All of their units are incredibly quick and do tons of damage, but they kill each other very frequently as well. Where's their leader? I saw him before. He's in this mess somewhere. Lizards are running, that's not good. Oh, there's a Doom Wheel. Cool. Alright, come the Plague Monks. I have no idea what's happening. I don't know enough about the lizard men to know if any of this is good. I don't think it is. I think I'm losing pretty handily here. What are all these doing? Get back in the fight. Help your leader. It's not good. These things are ranged. That's cool. I have no idea how this is going to look on stream because my computer is just struggling right now. It's chugging to run this. I mean, with good reason. There's a lot going on here. As the camera pans to this just train wreck up here on this hill. Obviously, your average battle isn't going to have this many units in it, this amount of nonsense, and these high tier of units. But late game, the game can get pretty crazy. I get close to this. See, the Skaven are weak individually, but there's lots of them. We got lots of tricky little things. I can't tell which of my units are actually routing and which ones are just their AI broke. It's hard to tell. I lost my lord at some point. Let's see, this spell says it's a large explosion. Be the judge of that. It's fairly large, I guess. He died. I think we lost this one. Fast forward. This 40 units is entirely too many to try to keep track of. It was one thing with the Tomb Kings because I knew what that faction was, and a lot of those units, like the Necro Sphinxes, you just kind of set and forget. They're big enough that nothing's gonna kill them. A valiant defeat. Yeah, I deployed 700 units to his 3,000. There was not much of a chance there. I still killed almost half of them, though. But yeah, this is Warhammer Total War 2. The third one's coming out sometime later this year. When it does, that'll for sure be a marathon stream. I'll get it. I don't pre-order games. I feel confident pre-ordering that because even if it's just this with some different factions, I know it's going to be good. They can't screw it up. So I'm going to pre-order that, and that'll be a marathon stream when that comes out. But yeah, this game is great. It's still great. Always was. I love Total War. I love Warhammer, and this is a match made in heaven. I'm so glad they pulled this off, and I'm so glad that they're finally doing the third one. And I can't wait to see what they do with it, with more content and features over the years like they did with this. So, there's not much else to really say. As always, whether you were here live or you watched this incredibly long VOD, we hope you enjoy it, and we do appreciate the viewership. And yeah, we put out our schedule for next week. I personally am going on vacation, but we have some content coming out still because we're that kind of awesome, I guess. But yes, I hope you enjoy that, and as always, have a good one.